What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Unknown Codings channel. And got a wheel video, but different.
Got these Grom wheels, and they're gonna be going in an illusion color, illusion green, and you can see this weird pile over here. Well, that's because I gotta mix some powders. So we'll get to that. First thing, we're gonna get these things in the stripper supplied by Express Chem. Alright, got these things all masked up, all the machined areas, same as the blasting process. Looking royal proper here. And also doing these random washers. I have no idea what these are for, but we have a problem. Alright, so the problem that we have is these are a rush job. The guy initially picked a color that we had in stock, and he changed his mind to a different color when he dropped off the wheels. So we don't have enough of this powder, or it'd be pushing it to get these wheels done. So what I'm gonna do, this illusion green ice, is I took an illusion that's on each side. This one's a little bit lighter, this one's a little bit darker. In this case, it's illusion sour apple and illusion apple sugar. And I'm just gonna put even amounts of each of these, a few ounces of each, just to fluff our numbers up so that we have enough to actually do this job. The color that he picked is literally just looking at a picture. He's like, yeah, that one looks like I want it. So it doesn't have to be a perfect match. This needs to be in the ballpark of what he wanted. These two are kind of too far away from that individually, so we're just gonna add them to this. So let's get to that. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna need, obviously, is a scale. We're gonna figure out how much of this we have. So we see here we got 12 ounces. Honestly, this might be enough to do these wheels, but I don't want to run the bag dry because we all know how these guns spray when they're getting super low. So we know it's 12 ounces. So we're gonna pop this thing open. I'm gonna say we're gonna add 3 ounces of each to this bag. This, start with the illusion sour apple. Obviously doesn't matter which one we put in first. And then you're going to want a separate cup for each one of these so you don't mix up your powder between the two. It's either that or have one cup and clean it really well, but you know. Okay, so we're at 12 now, so we're gonna bump this up to 15. 13, 14, 14.3, 14.4, 14.7, 14.8, 14.9, it's 15. Perfect pour, by the way, no big deal. So we got that. Close this one up so we don't get any cross contamination. And then we're gonna do the same thing with Illusion Sour Apple. Actually, I just realized I am gonna need to blow my hands off.
Hold my hands, 'cause I got something to say. I got something to say.
Oh boy.
Just dipped them into this other bag. So let me do that. Alright, and since we're at 15, I'm gonna go to 18 now. Slowly pour this in. So we're gonna go to 18 ounces, so 1 pound, 2 ounces, which we're coming close to now. Just wanna make sure we're real close to it. I'll make sure this is all in the center. And we poured too much. By 1 ounce. It's probably gonna be fine, so I'm not gonna mess with it. Ultimately, you'd want to get this perfect. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back and do 1 more ounce of this other powder. I don't want to lead you guys astray and you come back and blame me and say, oh, well, you said it wouldn't matter. Now, you can't do this with all illusions. There are certain illusions that don't like other illusions. I don't have a way of providing you like a list of the ones that do and don't work together. I will tell you that like Illusion Pink, Illusion Violet, Illusion Purple, Illusion Tropical Ice, I think it is, Illusion Tropical Fusion maybe. Those ones cannot be mixed. They will come out very, very, very splotchy if you do. So I'm just going to bring this up to 1.4 ounces. Just add 1 ounce of this. There we go, 1.4. But most of the other ones that have more of like the metallic-y base when you spray them, which all 3 of these do, they can usually be mixed together just fine. So close this bag up. I'll grab this one, turn this off. And then you're just gonna wanna shake this really well. So I usually hold the bag closed here, grab a corner, and shake it a few times, flip it over, grab a corner, flip it a few times. That makes sure that you don't have anything built up down in one of the corners. Make sure you wring it out basically. But it works like an absolute champ. And now, we have over 1 pound, which is gonna be enough to do the wheels. So let's get to that. All right, spraying with the Gima Optiflex 2B, setting 1 here. Fire this thing up. A little test spray down here to make sure we're spraying even. And start doing the Lord's work, you know? And we are going to be doing 2 coats on this. I've been getting that question a lot. Which powders do I do 2 coats with? I do it with most illusions. Not every illusion. Illusion Royal, I don't do it. Illusion Purple, I don't do it. Illusion Violet, I do it. So, probably gonna have to put a video together about why I do this with certain colors and the benefits that I see, so that it makes sense to some of you guys that are asking. Because there is no like set rule, but I have some kind of basic fundamentals that help me decide if that's gonna be the move. Trying to work out a new way to record that the metallic doesn't stick all over the lens of my phone. Static obviously makes that an issue. So we'll throw these in the oven, get them float out a little bit, and throw a second coat on. And we're gonna be swapping the oven down to 375 because we're just flashing this out a little bit. We'll be back. Actually, another good tip is to set a timer, so you can come back and check on these. I'm gonna say 3 minutes should be just about right. All right, I'm ready to do second coat on these things. As you can see, they're just barely flowed out. It's kind of that satiny look to them. We'll throw some more of this same powder on them. Showed you guys the gun settings there, because I've been getting that question asked a lot more often lately about gun settings, and I try to give as much information as I can. There's, in my opinion, there's far too many variables to make that like a universal thing. Every gun is slightly different, parts are grounded different, your grounds are different. There's just too many variables. So I think gun settings are a good general use thing, but everybody needs to dial their own stuff in. So don't copy mine and expect them to be perfect, because they probably aren't even perfect for me. So they definitely aren't going to be perfect for you.
Alright guys, now that we have these things out of the oven after the second flow out and the second coat, going to be throwing Tiger's Bangle Clear over top of these. I've had a number of people ask me recently if you could use any clear in place of Clear Vision to activate the illusion colors or any dormant candy. And the answer is yes. It doesn't even have to be a clear, honestly. You can put any color you want and it'll start to pull the pigment out of this color and make it work for you. So the general answer, though, is yes. Any clear. That includes flat clears, metallic clears, all that stuff. So that is actually in my list of videos, is the different types of clears that you can use with illusions and dormant candies to kind of affect the finish, and what different clears do affect, or how they do affect the finish. And for those of you guys keeping track, I'm still using the same number 2 settings, or program 2 settings, that I showed doing the second coat of green when I'm doing the clear on these, just as a heads up for you guys. And here are those wheels fresh out of the oven with all the masking removed. The color came out perfect. If you guys like powder coating or powder coating content, be sure to give this video a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, turn on all notifications, get a heads up as to when we post new videos. Been posting a video basically every single day in the month of April. I'm sure you guys have seen that if you've been following the channel, and if you're new here, welcome. And almost to 20,000, so I appreciate your guys' support. This color literally came out absolutely perfect. You saw me hold a swatch up to it there. It is a dead match to the swatch that we were going after, so yeah, I mean, it's could not have been better. I was pretty stoked on how this turned out. I mixed enough of these illusion colors in the past that I wasn't super concerned with it. I was pretty content with the fact that my guess would be pretty good. And once again, it didn't even have to be that perfect. The customer saw this color based on a picture and was just like, yeah, that's the one. So I brought this thing out into the sunlight so you guys could see it a little clearer, but it's an absolutely gorgeous color. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.